What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Apple TV Plus new series, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet Season 1. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Apple TV Plus for granting me the screener to the entire 9 episodes of this new show. They've asked me to not spill any spoilers, which is totally fine because, believe me, this show is freaking awesome! And I want you to experience every single one of its epicness for the first time as viewers. So this video review is spoiler-free. I repeat, there will be no spoilers in this review. I don't know about you, but I'm not much of a gamer. I did grow up playing Nintendo and Sega, and was a fan of old versions of Mortal Kombat, and of course, Super Contra! But over the years, I just got too busy with other things, including movies, of course, so my video game playing habit kind of fell by the wayside, and therefore I cannot call myself a gamer anymore. But hey, that's okay, man, because even if you're not hardcore gamers, you can still enjoy this new series by Apple TV Plus, I guarantee it. Because Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet is entertaining as fuck! The characters are outrageous, the performances are brilliant. In a way, this show is more or less a workplace comedy, but because of the industry that it focuses on, thus it frequently utilizes these very cool video game graphics and imagery as a way to help illustrate the stories in these episodes. And so that is one of the many things that makes Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet stand out. Co-created by Rob McElhenney, Charlie Day, and Megan Gans, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet is a live-action comedy series about a team of video game developers as they navigate the challenges of running a popular video game company. Executive produced by Rob McElhenney and Charlie Day, the series is produced by Lionsgate, 3 Arts Entertainment Venture, and Ubisoft, co-starring Alicia Hennick, Caitlin McGee, and Charlotte Nickdow. When you think of a workplace comedy, shows like The IT Crowd or The Office probably come to mind, right? Understandably so. Thankfully, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet does not have that overdone mockumentary style, which is such a relief because, let's be real here, that whole shtick of the characters talking to the camera as if they're talking to their shrink is getting really old. So no, Mythic Quest has none of that shit. But it does have the usual workplace debacles, workplace competition, workplace pissing contest, and workplace banters. And the whole thing is so well written. It's funny, but it's also smart. The comedy is more substantive than just about mocking somebody's ignorance or idiocy, and it does a fairly good job of getting its point across. Now, I know you're gonna be mad at me when I say this, but confession time, I have never watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I know, I'm terrible for that. But I just haven't watched a single episode of that show. So I don't know if Rob McElhenney's character on Mythic Quest has some similarities to the one that he played on It's Always Sunny, whether or not both characters are into video games. But the way I would describe Rob's Mythic Quest character, Ian, is that he's like if David Brent and Michael Scott had a baby, and that baby grew up to have an excellent hand-to-eye coordination. All those guys have one thing in common: they are all self-absorbed. And Ian takes it to a whole other insufferable level where he often has a hard time of acknowledging or recognizing his subordinates' contributions because he is so enamored by his own self-admiration. But Ian, from time to time, does have his moments of natural genius, and Rob plays it like a man-child that truly believes with strong conviction in his company. But my favorite characters on this show are actually 2 women. Poppy. She's like the nerd's nerd, and seems to be the most reasonable one out of the bunch. Poppy is played by actress Charlotte Nickdow, who I think has the cutest Australian accent ever. And another favorite character of mine is Joe, played by actress Jessie Ennis. Joe is basically the Dwight Schrute of this show. Joe is not necessarily a suck-up, but she is insanely attracted to or drawn to alpha male power, and thus she would defend that alpha male power with all her might. She's like a reactionary, angry mama bear, even though she's just an assistant. And Jessie is over the top, fiercely hilarious in this role. And then of course there's Oscar winner F. Murray Abraham, who essentially plays the token old man, because you gotta have a token, out-of-touch, tone-deaf, trying too hard to be relevant old man as part of the formula when it comes to comedies like this. Kinda like Chevy Chase in Community, for example. If you're hoping to see some office romance, there's a bit of that as well, and the will they, won't they factor never gets too overbearing, which I truly appreciate. Now, without sharing too many details, because again, this is a spoiler-free video review, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet also opens a window into the world of the gaming industry. For those of you who may not be too familiar with it, it may not be 100% accurate representation of how it really works in the real world, but it comes really close. The elements incorporated in it, like the video game graphics that I mentioned to you earlier, are so fun to watch, and they will be among the many reasons why you'll be coming back for more. So this show skillfully captures the ins and outs of this billion-dollar industry and the massive fandom that comes with it, so much so that the writers also tackle one of gaming industry's continued problems, which is the toxic masculinity boys club culture. But Mythic Quest addresses it in a way that does not put down gamers, nor suck the joy out of gaming. In fact, it aims for a positive, optimistic intention. So there's definitely a delicate balancing act here that I think the show does a terrific job on. Overall, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet is a fantastic new show that is bound to have you hooked. Do not, I repeat, do not miss out on Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet only on Apple TV+.